Here, I had to get it welded there because even though my rim did not leak, I repeat, my rim did not leak, but I had a crack here, I had a crack there, and I had a crack there. So I done had to have this rim welded in 3 places.
No more pretending. See it, and if I want it, you know I'ma get it. Cause I'm a hustler, stay on my grind to go get it. Fuck with a nigga saying I ain't fearing no nigga. These lanes be talking, but it be behind my back. Scared to say it to my face, cause they know how I react. Keep a lot of straps, so we could throw them hands, you won't do that. So why you talking behind my back, like you on a strap? Nigga, this ain't no rap, this here is real shit. Got these pussy niggas mad, all up in they feelings. But me, I'm posted up, got these hoes like I feel them. And one a dime, Polo Nino, yes I'm him.
For the day, I hope you enjoyed YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Sorry about that, welcome back with another video. Let me turn this fan on. Cause it is hot summer day. Still early in the morning, so it hasn't reached peak temperatures yet down here in Dallas. I got some work I want to do to my truck. So you saw the thumbnail, you know that this video is me repairing my wheelbarrow, which I will say is extremely expensive. So it's the dark side of riding big rims and I want to say high quality, but it's like you spending all that money on them. Are they really high quality? I don't know yet. But riding a 3-piece rim, 3-piece rims are expensive. My rims were expensive. Barrels, all that shit has went up since COVID now. So these barrels cost me an arm and a leg. But I had to get it because my other barrel was, you about to see, was in all kind of crazy shape. I don't like steering wheel shape real bad. I like a nice smooth ride, which I had when I first bought the rims. So I'm trying to get back to that with leveling out my cost as much as I can. But this time I just said, forget it, I want to go ahead and do it. It's already approaching the end. Alright, I'm back. I had to move the truck a little bit out the garage. You know, it's hard to see because of the light, look at them colors. Just got my car washed not too long ago too. It's looking good. But on to what this video is about. Of course, as I explained this about this truck, now this has been sitting in here for about a week. See the big meaty 28-inch tire. It's so disgusting on the inside. But look at that. See this brand new, freshly machined inner barrel. And I got it stacked on top of my bottom barrel. Well, my old barrel. I just had them take the tire off. So now I'm gonna line things up and take this one apart, clean it up, put it on this one, put the glue and all that stuff together on it, and take it to the shop so they can put the tire back on and balance. And I'm gonna show you the issues I had with this after I pull all of this out in a minute. Doing this, I'm gonna drop some information in this video too that I didn't myself know, and that may help some of y'all or some people who is looking to replace a barrel. As you can see here, I had to get it welded there because even though my rim did not leak, I repeat, my rim did not leak, but I had a crack here, I had a crack there, and I had a crack there. So I done had to have this rim welded in 3 places. So it was definitely beat up, even though I haven't really put that many miles on it. But a fun fact is, I'm gonna zoom in here on the back. When Forgiato makes their rims, I found out that they put a number on it so that I'm pretty sure they CNC can save it. It can be reordered. You see that number right there? It's kind of hard to see because it's so dark in here. I'm gonna get my light, but that number will let them know how to cut this. You give them that number and they can cut the barrel. They know the exact measurements and information for the barrel. So that number on the back of your face contains information about this rim, and that's how Forgiato keeps up with it. so they know what part to get to order for your rim. Now I'm gonna move this over to the light in just a second and give you more of an up close look at what I'm talking about. Set up, all right, YouTube. Now I got my light set up. I got my fan blowing on me. And let's show you that number that I was talking about. They had to wire brush it off so that they can actually read the number properly, because one of my major concerns was getting the wrong rim. And as you can see right there is my number, and that's just the information for this rim. Now you can clearly see the damages. Let me zoom out. Now you can clearly see the damages that was done to this rim. And you can see they all were just on the outer edges, which was there, there, and there. So this rim pretty much will not take a balance anymore. And I had a hop to it. And what I mean by a hop is the rim will just bounce like up and down motion like that while it's driving. Mostly at lower speeds. When I'm over 70, it's smoothed out, but I don't even want it at lower speeds. And they should tell you that when you're getting it balanced. If it's a good balance shop, my balance shop did tell me that. So that was extremely helpful information to know. Now a couple things on this rim that I will have to address. For one is this valve stem. The valve stem has to go back into the new one, and as you can see, this style valve stem, that valve stem has to go back in there also. That's probably the first two things I'm going to take off. The next will be these weights. As you can see, they're in the way of getting to those bolts. Then I can zip the bolts off and take off the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get back with y'all in a second. And also, just as you can see, I just mounted my rim, set it on the ground, and set 2 jack stands in front of it to keep it from moving. Very helpful. In a minute. Also, I used a rubber hammer for that. Tap it out. As you can see, it's connected to the face. After I tap that out, the face comes completely off. Set my face down in here. Now, as you can see, the only thing holding this together is the glue, pretty much, which I will say is on pretty solid. I'm gonna show you what kind of glue that I suggested to use and everyone is using in a second. Because I'm gonna have to pry in between here to get the lip off. The lip slides clearly off of there, and then I gotta get that stud out, or the valve stem, the metal one. And that's pretty much it. It'll be ready for cleanup and to put back together. Alright, now I want to get that stud out. I use this, which is a, as you can see, 6mm hex. Insert it in, screw it. Comes out pretty easy. Pop the socket off and stick it there and twist it by hand. I dropped the washer. I'm gonna pick the washer up, but that's pretty much it for that. Then I pry it out from the inside and it should be out. Now just a quick tip, all I had to do was twist to get that out. Make sure you check the rubber fittings on it, the rubber grommets, make sure they're not cracked or anything, because if they are, then you will have leaks. And if they are damaged, go ahead and replace them. Now to get it, you can see I got it to start coming apart. I took my rubber hammer and I just tapped that lip all the way around, doing it hit about 3 or 4 hits and going around in a circle until it was able to break that seal. And now I can pull it apart. Alright, as you can see, I now have the lip off. There's 50 holes to this thing. The lip is finally off. Obviously I have to clean this off, but what I want you to pay attention to is the location of it. See how it's, I didn't have any leak issues with this rim, but see how it's on the outer lip, on the outside of the, that's how you want to do it, on the outside. All the way around, one steady thick bead, all the way around on the outside. So I'm gonna wire brush this up, or you can wire brush this up. I actually have a whole nother lip that I'm going to use, maybe, because this lip also has a dent in it somewhere. It got a small dent, I think right there. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it has a small dent right there. So this lip kind of will have to be repaired, but so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna switch lips, probably get this one repaired in this condition, and just stick it back and have a spare lip. Alright, I pulled out my other barrel. As you can see, it still has some silicone on it also, so I'm just gonna wire brush the silicone off of it, and then we will be reconnecting it to the new inner barrel in a minute. Alright, as you can see, surface on here is pretty clean now. It was just this outer part that they put glue in on. It's all clean now. I wire brushed it all off, and I also used my alcohol wipes to clean off the residual. I'm also cleaned off the residual on the new, because these two connect together and then the face connects to both. So I made my alignments. I'm going to check those. I'm going to go ahead and get my glue tube ready, and we're going to continue on with the process in a minute. Alright, after taking a minute, I was able to locate my caulk gun. I put the caulk in there. What is recommended is this stuff. Window and door projects, GE, clear, silicone, waterproof, freeze and sunproof, 5 times stronger adhesion, 10-year mold free, blah 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 blah, shrink and crack proof, won't blemish metals, lifetime guarantee, 100% clear silicone. So this is what's suggested. Costs probably about 12 bucks. I'm sure I'm not going to use this one whole tube for one. This is my caulk gun. I'm going to put the bead of caulk on and get back to y'all in 1 second. Alright, as you can see, for the most part, I pretty much have the rim back together. Right now I'm just putting the screws back in it. As you can see, some of the screws are out. And I'm going to use some medium strength thread locker on all the screws, hand tighten them all, and then torque them all down. So I'll be back with the finished results. You can see the bead on there. That's how the bead is looking. Nice thick bead. I'm going to take my finger and go across it to sandwich it in the middle. Take 24 hours to cure. And after that, I'll be getting my tire put back on in a minute. Alright, once again, that's the old barrel. You can see all the damage. Try to get it repaired, but get to that point, you gotta replace it. Only sad part is how expensive it is to replace it. And there is the new. You see it got that Forgiato stamp number, so I can call anytime and get it replaced now that I see that number. I got the valve stem in there. Gasket glue, thick bead all the way around. I didn't smash it with my finger straight across because I didn't realize how quick it got so hard. So still shouldn't have no leaks because I got it in the joint real good and smashed. So on to the tire shop to get them to balance and put the tire on. And this is the outcome in a minute. Alright, welcome back to the ending of this video. You see I got the rims out. Look at them colors. Man. Yeah, you know what that means? That means it is time. It's beginning of August. I'm gonna go ahead and put my rims back on. I got the truck lifted up. Still gotta put the jack stand on it, but this is the air lift. My air suspension still works. Some people still be asking that. I finally got the tire put back on. See all them colors changing on the tires. This is a really nice design rim. I love these rims right here. And this one. Now this is the one with the new barrel. Check out what the new barrel looks like. Look at that. The new barrel worked out so perfect that the rim didn't even need to be balanced. It was zeroed out with just the barrel. Ain't that something? Rarely heard of that, but I guess it happens sometimes. Because this rim didn't even need to be balanced. So it's already at zero. Just with the barrel replacement. As you can see, old barrel right there. Guess I can get me some scrap weight of aluminum. I got another old lip here, which I'm gonna keep because them lips can always get fixed. But them barrels, gotta replace them, the back barrels. So we're gonna go ahead and jack this thing up. It's looking good too. I'm gonna give it a real good wipe down. Be going through the quick car washes. Get a real good wipe down, and that's where we're gonna be at. Can't even see in there, but that tint's so good. And as you can see, it's kind of renewed. So we're gonna get this, and I'm gonna end the video with the rims back on. And you tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Alright, thanks for watching. Of course, the end of the video. As you can see, rims are back on with the new barrel. The truck is lifted right now, that's why it's such a wide gap. It doesn't ride like that. I just haven't let it down yet. But it is looking good, I feel. And one thing about this rim game is once you start riding it with rims, it don't feel the same when you riding without them. You like the attention, you like the looks, the feel, everything. So once you get off into this rim game, there really ain't no going back. So beware. And when you get into the big boy rim game, the Forgies and all that kind of stuff, then it also gets expensive, right? But that's where we at on the truck, all the way from swapping out the new barrel, getting the tire taken on and taken off. And I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up.